Take a deep breath, unwind, and let tonight's story comfort you. Azalea and Bluebell's Magical Nature Adventure. This story is about Azalea, a girl who explores the forest and makes a new friend, a talking mouse named Bluebell. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by a lush green forest, lived a girl named Azalea. She had sparkling blue eyes and loved to explore nature. One sunny morning, Azalea decided to venture deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before. Her heart raced with excitement as she packed her small outside with some snacks and her favorite book about plants. As she walked along the winding path, the sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. Birds chirped melodiously, and the scent of blooming flowers filled the air. Azalea felt a profound sense of peace in these woods. Suddenly, she heard a faint rustling sound. Curiosity piqued, she followed the sound and discovered a tiny mouse with soft gray fur and bright eyes. The mouse seemed to be stuck in a tangle of vines. Azalea carefully untangled the vines, freeing the little creature. The mouse looked up at her gratefully and introduced herself as Bluebell. Azalea was surprised to hear a mouse talk, but she was delighted to make a new friend. They decided to continue the adventure together. As they walked further into the forest, they came across the sparkling stream with water so clear, it reflected the sky like a mirror. It led Azalea to a hidden meadow filled with wildflowers of every color imaginable. Azalea's eyes widened in awe at the beauty surrounding her. The two friends danced among the flowers, feeling the soft petals brush against their skin. As the day turned into evening, they made their way back, the orange and pink hues of the sunset painting the sky. They reached the village just as the first stars began to twinkle. Azalea felt grateful for the magical day and the newfound friendship with Bluebell. At night, she tucked herself into bed, holding on to the memory of their adventure. She knew that the forest held many more secrets and was eager to explore them all with her new friend by her side. Another gentle journey awaits. Veronica and Camellia, a tale of generosity. This story is about Veronica, a kind woman who helps a magical creature named Camellia search for a healing herb, leading to a lasting friendship and a lesson in generosity. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills, lived a kind-hearted young woman named Veronica. Veronica had a small cottage that blossomed with vibrant flowers and a modest garden where she grew her vegetables. One fine morning, while Veronica was tending to her garden, she noticed an unusual rustling in the bushes. To her surprise, out emerged a charming animal named Camellia, with fur as white as snow and eyes that sparkled like emeralds. Camellia had a timid look on her face and seemed to be in need of help. Veronica, being the compassionate soul she was, immediately invited Camellia into her home. She offered her some warm soup and freshly baked bread. Camellia gratefully accepted Veronica's kindness and soon felt comfortable enough to share her story. She revealed that she had journeyed from a far-off magical forest in search of a rare herb that could heal her sick friend. Veronica was deeply moved by Camellia's dedication to her friend and eagerly offered to help search for the herb. Together, they embarked on an adventure through enchanting woods and over babbling brooks, encountering various other animals who assisted them in their quest. They faced challenges, such as crossing a rickety bridge and deciphering ancient runes, but their determination never wavered. As days turned into weeks, their bond grew stronger, and they became the best of friends. They finally found the rare herb in a secret glade, and with joyous hearts, they brought it back to Camellia's friend, who soon recovered. Veronica and Camellia's friendship became legendary in the village, teaching everyone the true meaning of generosity and unwavering dedication. And from that day on, Veronica's cottage was always filled with the laughter and warmth of her new friends from the magical forest. Okay, now let's wander into a new tale. Marigold and the Ancient Spirit. This story is about a young girl named Marigold who learns the true meaning of fairness with the help of an ancient spirit named Yao. Once upon a time, there was a small village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, filled with whispering trees and the fragrance of old wisdom. In this village lived a young girl named Marigold, known not only for her golden hair, but for her golden heart. She was always fair and kind to everyone she met, but deep inside, she often wondered what true fairness really meant. One day, while exploring the edges of the ancient forest, Marigold stumbled upon an old, gnarled tree with a face seemingly carved into its trunk. She stepped closer and to her surprise the tree spoke. "Hello, young one," it said gently. "I am Yao, the ancient spirit of this forest. I've watched you grow, Marigold, and I believe you have the capacity to understand the true essence of fairness." Marigold, initially startled, quickly felt a calm presence emanating from Yao. "What is fairness really?" she asked, curiosity sparkling in her eyes. Yao's eyes, carved deep into the bark, softened. "Fairness is not always about treating everyone the same. It is about understanding each individual and giving them what they need, not necessarily what they want." To teach Marigold, Yao decided to take her on a journey through the forest. They visited a family of squirrels preparing for winter. Marigold noticed that while one squirrel had many acorns, another had fewer and struggled to gather more. Instinctively, she wanted to distribute the acorns equally, but Yao stopped her. "Wait and watch," he whispered. Marigold watched as the squirrel with many acorns shared willingly with the one in need, and in return, the other squirrel helped repair the nests, amid harmony and balance. "Fairness is giving and receiving what is truly needed," Yao explained. The lesson continued at the riverbank, where a small bird was building a nest but struggling with strong winds. Marigold felt the urge to build the nest for the bird, but again, Yao suggested patience. Soon other birds came to help, each offering a unique skill, until the nest was complete and strong. Fairness also means allowing others the dignity of effort and the strength of their contributions, Yao said gently. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of purple and gold, Marigold thanked Yao profoundly. "You've shown me that fairness is about understanding and compassion," she said, her heart full. Yao nodded, his smile etched in the ancient wood. "Remember, Marigold, true fairness is woven with the threads of empathy and respect." Marigold returned to her village, carrying Yao's wisdom in her heart. She became a beacon of fairness, understanding that each person and creature had different needs and strengths. From that day on, Marigold's acts of kindness were not only generous but wise, and her village flourished under the gentle reign of true fairness, guided by the teachings of the ancient spirit. And so, the village by the ancient forest remained a place where fairness was not just a word, but a way of life. Let's embrace the next chapter of our journey. Hana and Flax, a tale of respect. This story is about the heartwarming friendship between a young girl, Hana, and a wise whale named Flax, built on respect and understanding. Once upon a time, in a quaint coastal village, lived a young girl named Hana. She was known for her curiosity and kindness. Every evening, she would sit by the shore, watching the waves dance and listening to the whispers of the ocean. One day, Anna saw a magnificent whale swimming close to the shore. The whale's name was Flax, and he had traveled from the deepest parts of the ocean. Flax was as majestic as the sea itself, with eyes that gleamed like sapphires and a voice that echoed with wisdom. Hannah felt an instant connection with Flax, and they began to meet every evening. They shared stories, dreams, and secrets. Hannah spoke of the stars and her dreams of exploring the world. Flax spoke of the ocean's depths, its mysteries, and the beauty of the underwater world. Their relationship was built on mutual respect and understanding. One evening, a fierce storm approached the village. The villagers were frightened, but Hannah was especially worried about Flax. She ran to the shore, hoping to see him one last time before the storm hit. Her relief, Flax appeared and swam close to comfort her. "Do not fear, dear Hannah. Storms come and go, but our bond is like the ocean, strong and eternal," said Flax. Hannah nodded and watched as Flax disappeared into the turbulent waters. The storm raged through the night, but Hannah's heart was at peace. The next morning, the village awoke to a calm and clear sky. Hannah ran to the shore, her heart pounding with hope. There, emerging from the glistening water, was Flax. He greeted her with a gentle splash. "I told you, our bond is unbreakable," Flax said with a smile. Over time, the villagers learned about Hannah's friendship with Flax. They began to respect the ocean and its creatures more, understanding the harmony and balance it brought to their lives. Hannah and Flax's friendship taught the village an invaluable lesson. Respect is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. Together, they showed that despite differences, true friendship and respect could bridge the gap between their worlds. Good night. May peace and comfort surround you.